In this exercise, we will create this animation. I go to After Effects, New Composition. I'm gonna set the duration to 15 seconds. I click on OK. Right click, import file. I go to exercise 29 and I'm gonna select the two images. Click on import. Now I'm gonna select the space image. I'm gonna drag it and drop it right here. And the earth image, I'm gonna drag it and drop it right here. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take this map of the earth and I'm gonna apply an effect and make it look like the planet Earth. I'm gonna go to effects and presets. I click here on the search bar. I'm gonna look for an effect called sphere. Right here we have perspective, CC sphere. This is exactly the effect I want. I'm gonna drag it and drop it on the map. And just like that, we get the planet Earth shaped like this. Here we have the effect CC sphere. I open the rotation. If I change the rotation X, you see what's happening. Control Z. If I change the rotation Y, you see what's happening. Control Z. If I change rotation Z, you see what's happening. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna animate the rotation Y. I put the playhead right here. I click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna go all the way to the end. Put the playhead right here. I'm gonna click here and type 1. I'm gonna make the earth rotate 1 time and press enter. And now if I play, this is exactly the effect we wanted. It's rotating slowly. Now I'm gonna add a glow effect behind Earth. To do that, I'm gonna use the ellipse tool. I'm gonna choose fill color blue and no stroke. I click on stroke and click here none. Okay. And now I'm gonna click and drag, create a blue circle like this. I'm gonna press shift to make sure the circle is perfect, and I can press space to move if I want to. I'm gonna let go of the mouse. I'm gonna put shape layer 1 under earth like this. I put it underneath it right here, and now with selection tool I can make it smaller if I want to. I can press shift to scale it down proportionally like this. And I'm gonna select both these layers. I go to align horizontally and align vertically. That way I make sure they are both aligned like this. Select shape layer. I'm gonna apply an effect, a glow effect. I'm gonna type glow, stylized glow, and I'm gonna drag and drop it right here on the layer. Glow radius, I'm gonna set it to 100 and press enter. Now this effect is nice, but I think I'm gonna make the shape layer a little bit smaller. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit like this. Click here and shift to scale it down proportionally and keep it about this size. I let go. I think this looks nice. I'm gonna move it a little bit to the right using the arrows and a little bit down. I think this looks good. Let's play. This looks nice. Now I'm gonna add a text. I go to type tool and make one click here. I'm gonna type planet Earth. I'm gonna select the text. I'm gonna set the font to Arial, font style to regular, and size I'm gonna try 100. I think this is a good size. I'm gonna select the text, Control C to copy it. I put the cursor right here, press enter, and Control V to paste the same text. I want planet Earth twice, like this. And I'm gonna place the text right here. I'm gonna create another text. I'll go to horizontal type tool. I'll make one click here. And I'm gonna write infinite universe. I'm gonna move the text right here. And I'm gonna change the color to red. I choose red right here. Click on OK. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this text around planet Earth, around this circle. And then I will put infinite universe on a path and make it move on a path. But first I'm gonna focus on this one. I'm gonna make this invisible. I'll make sure the text is selected. The layer of the text is selected right here. I'll go to ellipse tool. It's very important that the text is selected, and now I'm gonna place the cursor right here and create a circle like this. I'm gonna press shift to make sure the circle is not distorted, and space to move. I'm gonna place the circle right here, and I let go of the mouse like this. And now I drew a mask right here, mask 1. What I'm gonna do now, I go to text. Now we have one mask here. I go to text, I toggle this down. Path options, I toggle this down. Path, I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna choose mask 1. I click, and just like that, now we have the text on the path, on the circle we drew, mask 1. Here we have reverse path, is set to off. I'm gonna click and set it to on, and now the text is on the outside. This is exactly what we wanted. I'm gonna do one adjustment. I'm gonna come here and increase the space between the letters. Let's try 50. Let's try 100. I think I'm gonna increase it a little bit. I'm gonna put the cursor right here, press shift and up arrow to increase by 10, like this. I think I'm gonna leave it at 170. This looks good. I'm gonna go back to selection tool. The text still selected. I'm gonna make sure it's perfectly aligned. I go to align, align horizontally, align vertically. This is perfectly aligned now. I'm gonna place the playhead right here. I click on the text, I press R to bring the rotation. I click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna take the playhead all the way to the end of the timeline, and I'm gonna click here and type 1. I'm gonna make the text rotate 1 time. Press enter. And now I'm gonna play the animation. This is not the result we wanted, obviously. And the problem is the anchor point is right here on top and is rotating around the anchor point right here. To solve this problem, I go to anchor point tool. I'm gonna press Ctrl and double click. Of course, make sure the text layer is selected. I go to anchor point tool, I press Ctrl and I double click, and just like that, now the anchor point is exactly in the center. And if I play the animation now, This is exactly the result we wanted. The problem is solved. Now I'm gonna make this text visible, and I'm gonna make it move on a path like this. To do that, I select the text. First of all, I go to the pen tool. I'm gonna click here, create 1 point. I'm gonna click and drag here and make a curve like this. Click and drag here, make a curve like this. Click and drag here, make a curve like this. And click and drag here, make a curve like this. I think this looks nice. Of course, I can move the points, I can move the handles if I want to modify the path. And now, here's what I'm gonna do. I toggle this down, I go to text, path options, path. Now it's set to none. I'm gonna choose mask 1, which is this path I just drew. I click on mask 1, and just like that, now the text is on the path. You see it right here, but it's not moving right now. In order to move it, we have to change these values, first margin or last margin. If I click and drag, you see now the text, how it's moving. Control Z to go back. I can also change the last margin and move the text on the path. Control Z to go back. I'll make sure the playhead is right here. I'm gonna decrease the first margin value like this. I'm gonna take it all the way here, minus 1600. I can even type minus 2000 if I want to. Like this. Now it's right here. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna take the playhead all the way to the end. I click here, I'm gonna type 2000. And now you see the text moving. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna make the animation a little bit faster. Put the playhead right here at 2 seconds. I'm gonna move this keyframe right here. And I'm gonna move this keyframe right here around 13 seconds. Like this. And now the animation is a little bit faster. I'm gonna add a glow effect to both texts. I go to effects and presets. I type glow, and I'm gonna drag and drop the glow effect here. I'm gonna try changing this value, glow radius, to 20. Press enter. I think this looks good. Now I'm gonna select the other text, planet Earth, and drag and drop the effect here, or I can drag it and drop it here on this layer. And I'm gonna try changing the glow radius to 20. Press enter. I think this is too much. I'm gonna go back to 10. Press enter. And now I'm gonna play the entire animation. The exercise now is finished. You'll go do the same, and don't forget to save.